Whether you're a realtor brand new to the industry or an experienced vet, the time for you to take control of your time is now. Real estate agents are notorious for allowing their clients to dictate their schedule, causing them to work all hours of the day, nights, weekends, birthdays, holidays, but it doesn't have to be like that. I promise you, you can dictate the hours you work and get your life back. Stick around and I'll give you the 4 strategies you can start implementing today to take control of your time, build a stronger business, along with healthier relationships and a healthier you. My name is David Tortellini, and I'm dedicated to helping you develop the skills and mindset that will help you thrive in any market and create a life of meaning and freedom. If this is your first time to the channel, hit that subscribe button and be sure to click the bell to be alerted when new videos go live. I spent a good portion of what is now my 13-year career allowing my time to be absolutely abused by my clients. It didn't matter when they needed me, what time they wanted to talk on the phone, how quickly they expected me to be available for them. I did it, and I never pushed back. It was always, yes, of course I'm available. No, I don't have anything going on. Sundays are great. I work 7 days a week just for you. Call me anytime. I was living the typical realtor schedule, never spending enough time with my wife and never taking time for myself, with my face glued to my phone, thumbs aching by day's end, or pulling up listings for clients at 11 p.m. that they were never going to buy because I felt like I had to. I was oblivious to the life I was leading because no one told me there was another way to be a realtor. All I saw were agents running from one place to the next, working 20, 30 days in a row and wearing that as some sort of badge of honor. There was no one setting an example for me that knew how to control their time. No one teaching me how to clearly convey my schedule to my clients in a way that allowed them to understand when I'm available and when I'm not, and have them view that with respect. Because of this, I worked an incessant amount. My health suffered, my relationship suffered, and my love of being a realtor rapidly diminished. It was my 4th year in real estate where something finally had to give. I worked every single day from January 1st through August 27th. Certainly not a full day, but an appointment of some sort for 8 straight months. It seemed okay at the time. I was having my best year yet, but then I crashed and crashed hard, only closing a few more deals between then and the end of the year. I was exhausted. I hated what I had let my life become. I was resentful of my clients, and when the phone rang, instead of getting excited, my heart sank. No, not another showing. I just wanted to be left alone. And that's the worst feeling a realtor should have. Every appointment should be taken with a huge smile and a feeling of gratitude and excitement. It wasn't until I switched brokerages and started spending time with a different group of agents that I realized there was another way. I saw this particular team leader spending time with his family at their lake house on the weekends, never missing one of his daughter's recitals, along with the activities of his 3 other children, all while running a team selling about 150 houses a year. I also saw that the team members had full control of their schedule from day one, most not working Sunday, with dedicated time for their spouses, children, and hobbies. I was surprised to learn just how simple it was for them to create this lifestyle as a realtor. Here's what I learned first. You have to put your family time, your time for hobbies, social time, and self-care time on your calendar and block it off like it's an appointment. If you don't, you'll allow someone else to book that time, and your opportunity to spend time with those you love, doing what you love, will be taken from you. Exercise should be blocked off every day. Your health has to come first. Those special times with your family need to be blocked off, or before you know it, your children will be grown and the spark you and your spouse share will fade. And if someone asks for an appointment during that time, all you have to say is, sorry, I have an appointment at that time. Does this time work for you instead? It's that simple. My favorite example of this is one of those team members I mentioned earlier blocked off every Wednesday afternoon for time with his wife. He'd work from 8 to 12 every Wednesday morning, and then he was done for the day to spend time with her. Now he has children, and that's a family fun afternoon. He also doesn't work Sundays, like at all. Your house better be on fire for him to pick up the phone. Sundays for him are dedicated to church, family, and community. And he busts his butt the rest of the week, but he knows what's important to him, and he's been maintaining the schedule for 10 years now. I've always respected him so much for it because he implemented it day one. Second, be straightforward with your clients about your schedule. If you tell them you don't work on a certain day or don't take appointments before or after a certain time, they'll respect you for it, and it will help them understand that you work on a strict schedule and they need to work around your availability, not the other way around. The earlier in the process that you tell them this, the better. Don't wait for them to call you at 10 p.m. only to pick up and tell them you normally don't work at that time. Let them know up front when it's appropriate to call, text, and message you, and when you'll respond. If they text you at 5 a.m. and you reply right away, that tells them it's okay to text you at that time. But if, for example, you let them know that if they text you before 8 a.m., you'll get back to them as soon as you start your workday, they'll be very understanding. When you have one client that likes to text you at midnight and another likes to text you at 5 a.m., and you constantly reply to both, you'll never stop working. Unless you're some sort of crazy person, you're going to burn out and your health and relationships will suffer. Next, stop posting on social media when you have a late night at the office, showing everyone how hard you work. All this does is tells future clients that these are your normal working hours, and there's no reason they shouldn't expect you to work that late for them. An even worse faux pas is posting photos of yourself working while on vacation. Stop it. Enjoy your vacation. Yeah, you may have to get a little work done while on vacation. That's just the reality of the job. But if you're posting about it, you're just telling people it's okay to interrupt your trip, the time you've dedicated to relaxing, to family and friends, and time you may have spent a lot of money on to get away from the grind of real estate. You'll never get your time back if you're constantly putting out into the world that you're willing to work anywhere at any time. This is the exact opposite of what you're trying to accomplish. Clients should know and respect that you're on vacation, and since you're such a hard worker the rest of the time, that you deserve this time, and they can connect with you as soon as you get back. Finally, learn to say no. You've set parameters with your clients, you've blocked off time for what's important to you, you've learned to stop telling yourself you need more of your time back to only then tell the world you work nonstop 24/7, 365 days a year, no matter where you are in the world or who you're with. But there are always going to be people whose expectations don't line up with what you've designed. They've seen too many other agents doing it the wrong way and think that's the way it is for everyone. So when you get one of these people, you have to be willing to say no and let them decide if you're the right agent for them. If you let them abuse your time, they won't ever stop, and neither will you. Usually, they'll adjust for what works for you, but if they won't or can't, then you may have to refer them to an agent whose schedule lines up with theirs. Or maybe you can bring a partner on to help with the portion that you can't be available for. There are absolutely ways to still work with many of these clients without losing them completely. But always start with no, and set the expectations with them for how you work. Ever since I was able to take control of my time, my quality of life has increased exponentially, along with my love of real estate. I like working, and I'm far from perfect in this respect, so I still work more than I probably should. But my time is my time, and I very rarely allow someone to take it from me. So for me, when I break down my schedule, it's one that I've designed that allows me to prioritize what's most important to me while still being a very productive realtor. To start, my mornings are mine. I start every morning with exercise, whether that's in the gym, yoga in the garage, or out for a hike with my dogs. That time for self-care is locked in, and I feel like garbage when I miss a day. I don't take appointments before 9 a.m., and I usually don't take them before 10 a.m. because I like having that first hour of the day to get organized and take care of any small things I need to get out of the way so I can concentrate on the big things without distraction. I also rarely take a work call after 8 p.m., and I'm always home from showings by then. At 8 p.m., I start bedtime with my daughter, and I just refuse to miss it. It's a really special time to us, and I only have a couple more years left before that phase of her childhood is over. When I tell agents that I don't really work after 8 p.m., they act like I'm crazy and say things like, "I wish I could do that," and I say, "You can, and you should." We're also able to take a couple family vacations a year, and my wife and I go to both major EXP conferences together every year, on top of mini getaways and many beach days throughout the year. And when we're away, I let my clients know I won't be nearly as available. I have coverage from my team while I'm gone, and we'll pick right back up when I return. It's really that simple. Taking control of your time as a realtor doesn't need to be overcomplicated. It just takes some discipline and desire to make it happen. So let's recap the 4 things you need to do to take control of your time. First, you're going to time block the things that are important to you and put them on your calendar. Remember, if it's not on your calendar, then it doesn't exist. Then you're going to clearly communicate your schedule with your clients so they know exactly when you are and are not available. Third, you're going to stop doing things that convey a different message and interfere with your desire to take control of your time. And lastly, you're going to learn to say no when people demand time from you that you've already dedicated to yourself. If you do those 4 things and you do them consistently, I promise you'll be able to get a ton of your time back, build healthier relationships, have better mental and physical health, and find fulfillment in life outside of real estate. Thank you for watching today's video. If you liked what you heard, then hit that like button for me, share the video with at least one coworker who you know that needs to hear this, and subscribe to this channel. I want you to thrive this year and every year forward in real estate while avoiding burnout and living the life you want to live. So I hope this video helps with that. Again, I'm David Tortellini. I'm with eXp Realty, where if you do want to learn more about partnering with me, regardless of location, you can head over to teamtortellini.com. I'll have a link in the description, along with my Calendly link if you want to hop on a Zoom or a phone call. We'll be back again soon with another video, and I'll see you then.